Hey guys, it's me Minnie and I'm back again with another video. This one's going to be kind of different for my channel and I don't even know how to start it. Like I keep recording it and then deleting it and then trying again. So it's kind of bittersweet. I know that a lot of you guys follow me because I do reviews of what's new at Sally's and I talk a lot about the products. But I have left the company. I no longer work for Sally Beauty Supply. I did quit. And before I say anything else, I definitely want to say that what I will be talking about are my reasons why personally, and I'm only talking about my store and my district. I have friends that work for the company in many different states, acquaintances who work for the company in different states, people that I have worked with that have left our district and went out of state, went to other districts, and the company and the way things are run can vary so greatly, even from store to store, let alone from district to district. So I don't know if I'm going to be putting out videos on what's new at Sally's anymore. I am still going to do my best to post on Instagram new products that have come out and talk about them a little bit with you guys, as I will no longer be receiving gratis. I don't know how it's going to work out for me to like review the products, but I have an idea in my head of a way that maybe I can do that by going to one of our other locations and kind of filming new products and then coming home and educating you guys about them to the best of my ability. So if that is something that you would like me to do, let me know in the comments below, because I will make that happen. So I've been working in the same store for about 2 years or more. For the same manager, and when I went there we had a really awesome team of girls. It was my manager, an assistant manager who I loved. She moved on to work for a bank, and then we had another worker. So it was just a core team of 4 of us, and then there was a 5th person and she left. Hey, if any of you guys are watching it. I can't use anybody's names for like legal purposes or whatever, but I'm definitely going to say flat out that the reason I left was the way that my store was run and the way that my district was run. Everything was pretty much going fine, and then there was like a huge shift in like the crew, and it wound up being like me, my manager, and all these new people. My manager had been doing like really weird, shady things for a long time. She would constantly leave on the clock to, go shopping, to visit friends of hers, and things like that. She would also clock out incredibly early, constantly. If she had to stay till 6 p.m., she would be leaving at 2, 3, just whenever. Like, oh, my dog's sick, I gotta go. My dog has a toothache, I gotta go. No notes, no notice, and I don't even know if the DM knew that this was going on. Not that she would care. The person who runs our district is a heartless, cold-hearted, mean bitch. She trains her managers to keep the employees down, to never like build them up, don't tell them that they're doing great, like keep them down, which is disgusting. First of all, a true leader would lead by example, which is something she never did. Her customer service skills were deplorable and embarrassing when she actually had to go out on the sales floor for the few minutes she did in the years I was there. So here I am at the store working with a manager who doesn't care about her job at all. Constantly like leaving, taking vacations, just doing whatever the hell that she wanted to do. And there I was doing my job and her job. When she hired new people, I was training them just as much, if not more than, she was, to the point that, they would come up to me, or at least some of them, not all, and be like, wow, you're such a good teacher. Thank you so much. And I'm just like, or they wouldn't know where the training books were. And, I'm like, the hell goes on here when I'm not here? Like, this is ridiculous. So in November, I had an absence for 2 days with a doctor's note. That was November 4th and 5th. I was really, really sick and I had a tonsil infection. And at the time, I was really worried that I was going to have my tonsils taken out. And I really don't ever God forbid, like, I don't want to have surgery. I totally am like freaked out about that. So that was really stressful for me. You know, my family and my loved ones had seen that I was super sick, and I had a doctor's note, I had a bill, I had a prescription, proof of my absence. Fine, no problem. So in the very beginning of January, probably like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I got sick again. I had worked an entire shift. We had inventory the next day. So I had worked an entire shift with a new girl, training this girl, helping this girl, and cleaning, the entire store and like sections. Obviously, I didn't do it all by myself, and I would never take credit for that. But I worked really hard that day, and I was feeling sick. And right at the end of the night, like, I'm 31 years old. I know my body, okay? Like, I knew that I was getting like feverish and like something was not okay. So as soon as I leave work, it's about 8:30 at night, and I text my boss that early, from the start of the next day, and I'm like, hey, I can tell I'm not feeling well. Like, I'll update you, because I knew the next day was inventory, about how I'm feeling. By 3:30 in the morning, I had 103 fever. If you guys know anything about having a fever, that's like a very dangerous like degree of fever-ishism, whatever. So I was like, wow, am I gonna have to go to the ER? What's going on? So I text her I'm not coming in, and the next day I called the store. So now here we are at the end of January, and I requested a transfer because I didn't want to work with a manager who didn't care about her job, didn't care about her employees, didn't value me in any way, that I had like done so much for, and like, so I request a transfer. So the DM comes in finally after not talking to me for weeks, because I requested this transfer in the beginning of January, right after I got sick. So she comes in and she's like, can I talk to you? I'm like, absolutely. I close the office door and I'm sitting with her. And the last thing that I think is like where the conversation was going to go, like, I thought she was there to talk to me about my transfer. She sits down and she hands me a write-up. I've never been written up in my whole life. This woman proceeds to tell me that regardless of my doctor's notes, that my absences were an attendance issue and that I was being written up for my attendance. Are you fucking kidding me? In 2.5 years, the only absences I had that were not excessive or repetitive or consecutive, and I had documentation for them, I'm getting written up for after everything that I did. I was absolutely heartbroken and really upset about. And I told her right to her face that she did not value me at all as an employee, and that I could not believe what she was doing. And I had called HR, and they're not, they didn't do anything for me either. They never even got back to me about like the write-up or me having doctor's notes. I don't even know if that's legal. I'm pretty sure if you have, documentation from a legitimate doctor, receipts, proof for an absence of any kind, schoolwork, that's legal. Like, you're sick, you can't go in. Like, do you really expect someone to go work with 103 fever? Like, I was heartbroken. I was just like, I can't believe you're doing this to me. And I graciously as possible, like, accepted the write-up. I signed it, and I signed it in protest at the bottom. I wrote on the bottom that I had documentation, and I was pretty sure what she was doing was illegal, because when they give you a write-up, there's 3 copies. So you get one, I think the DM gets one, and I think one goes to HR. And I wanted HR to see that I was signing it in protest and that I had documentation, not that they give a shit. But that was the end for me. That was it. I don't need that kind of shit in my life. I have an education. I'm a really hard worker. I'm incredibly knowledgeable. I'm excellent with my customers. I really try to get to know the people who come into my store. I speak to them genuinely. I try to give them the best advice that I can. I'll tell them, buy this, it's great. Don't buy this. This sucks. Don't waste your money. I go above and beyond at my job there, or at my former job there. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. My family and my loved ones had known about so many things that had transpired with the manager and the DM and all like this shady business that's like borderline illegal that was going on there, for, years, because they would hear it all the time or see it themselves, or, whatever. So they were happy for me. They're like, you can do so much better. Like, there's no growth in that company for you. The pay is disgusting. Like, the pay that I was receiving for my experience and education and knowledge was embarrassingly low. It was like pretty much minimum wage. which varies from state to state, but you can kind of get the idea there. So obviously this was a job I was doing because I truly loved what I did. I am going to miss my store because of my customers. Yeah, I had some people that were totally rude bitches, but that's life. That's any job. That's anywhere you go. You're going to have people that are going to come in. They're going to be nasty and upset and project their shit onto you. But I had some wonderful people that really got to know me and would come in looking for me specifically for me to help them because they knew that I was going to be honest and, I don't know, pleasant and helpful to them. So like, that's the truth, guys. That's what happened. And that's why I don't really know even what to say next. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do these videos for you guys anymore, but I'm gonna try my best. If you have any suggestions, I mean, leave them in the comments below. You guys mean everything to me. Like, I started my channel like a year ago, like a little bit more than a year ago. And, you know, sometimes I would do like honest product reviews for like makeup brands or like swatches, and that's still something that I want to do. And I would still really like to continue this because I get comments from employees that are like, you know, your videos are so helpful, and how much they appreciate like the education and stuff. And that's something that I still really want to do. So I'm going to do my best to keep that up for you guys, because, you know, I don't really, you know, get paid to do this. I make very, very little money from AdSense because I have ads on my videos. In over a year, I think I made $113, and I have $11 like from AdSense. So I'm not getting free products. I'm not blowing smoke up your asses. I'm not getting anything from Sally's, that's for damn sure. So, and I never did. So yeah, I will do my best to keep the videos rolling out for you guys, keep the What's New at Sally's products, you know, sneak peeks if I can on my Instagram, but I won't be in the store anymore to see stuff when it comes off a shipment. I do have another job already in the beauty field at a different store, and I will be talking about that in the future. And maybe I can start a new series with that and my new endeavors. But it really means a lot to me to be here for you guys. So like, you know, even if there's a new product, like if you have any questions about anything, you can email me. My email I'll leave below. You can message me on Instagram, you can comment here, you can comment on Instagram, and I will go out of my way to research anything and answer you guys to the best of my ability. So although I'm really sad, obviously, I'm really happy to be out of such a horrible, horrible situation. And I really hope you guys can understand that, because there's a lot of things I didn't say. And sometimes things are better left unsaid. You know, this is a public platform. I don't know. I don't want to put everything out there. And I just, at the end of the day, I'm very, very happy to be out of that situation. Other stores are wonderful. Other managers are wonderful. Other districts are wonderful. But my store sucked. My manager was very questionable, and the DM was a nightmare. And I just, you know, the company could be so good, or my district could have been so good if it had better leadership. So, you know, I'm not naming where, when, people, like, that's not, I'm not going to do that. So don't even ask, because there's, you know, like I said, legal reasons. So on a positive note, there will be new videos coming to my channel. And like I said, I will do my best for you guys. Also keep in mind, in like probably, I don't know, maybe like another month, I'll be doing a 1K giveaway. I have purchased things with my own money, which I have receipts for over the past, you know, year, to give away to somebody, just to give back, show you guys how much I appreciate you. So keep an eye out for that. When it's time for that, I'll make a video. Thank you for sitting through this, and I hope you guys can understand. I'm sorry if any of you are disappointed. So thank you guys so much, and have a really good night.